What's up, guys? Let's get into how I made $4,100 today, day trading NASDAQ. Um, Market opened right here, and I was still looking for sales today. Um, Remember, we still have these two equal lows, and then we have yesterday's low down here. So market opened. Um, And as you see, the trade we took today, we did not end up selling. We flipped our buyers midway, and I'll go through on why I changed my bias. So we opened up right here, and immediately we start candles to the downside, taking out pre-market lows and midnight lows here. So immediately, and then same thing on ES, candles down. We did leave this right here, so I was definitely thinking that ES could get and sweep down these lows, which it did at the end of the day. Just because as you see this candle right here, we look to these lows up here, um 6,034.50, 6,034.50, 6,034.50, and what we know about the market is the market is not like smooth and equal lows like that. Market always looks to disrupt those kind of lows. So today we did have FOMC. Let me refresh. As you can see, there was no rate recut, which was expected. I did not listen in on a press conference, so I'm not sure what was said, but probably the same old dodging around. Don't want to be bears, don't want to be hawkish, or dovish or hawkish, I should say. And so, um, looking at from right here, we see just this consolidation. We see this judo move down, and then we see rip up to the upside. This is the basis of power of three. Now, from here to here is not one candle, but you can see the consolidation, manipulation, and distribution. Those are some things just to look for in the market and your trading. So when you see consolidation, you see manipulation, and you see distribution. So, excuse me. We see liquidity being grabbed on NQ, and remember ES did not. It just made the equal lows here. Um, so we see that. We see this inverse fair value gap. This is the first presented fair value gap of the day. Um, as of right now, that was not used for my trading. Um, so we see this push past these highs, and we see this fair value gap right here get used. Um, and if we take our fib from here to this high, we see we didn't even reach the 50% mark, um, but which is okay. And on FOMC days like this, it is typical to see price not always get into a discounted price range. You just need to know when to use it and when not. But that is definitely something I was taking into account. And since in near the 50% mark, there really wasn't any other confluences. Like this was below the 50% mark. Usually I look for confluences that are within the 50% mark for price to reach to, i.e. a fair value gap, breaker block, order block, etc. So we see price perfectly respect this fair value gap. And remember, you have to include these little imbalances. So we get in right here. Our stops, I just put below this red candle right here. Just because this can you be used as an order block, even though I really wouldn't consider this an order block. This is where I wanted to put my stops, and it's below the candle that made the fair value gap. So technically, you could put your stop right here, and technically, if it did stop you out, then your trade would be invalidated. So that's probably where I should have put my stop, but I ended up putting it there. So got in right here, we were targeting these relative equal highs. Um, and so we got in, and then as we took out these highs, I did see price going higher, because ES was at this point was ripping. We see right here, ES was ripping, and we're already up here, and so these highs, the London highs, I definitely could have saw them being taken out on ES. NQ was definitely moving a little bit more slowly this morning. Um, Here are those London session highs. So what I was doing was I was looking to re-enter based off this movement right here, and we have this fair value gap and this fair value gap. So technically, or since we're done with this trade, we can remove this. So we have this fair value gap right here, and then we have another one. So this kind of is one big fair value gap, and as you can see, of this move, I drew out our fib to see the 50% mark of this box. It just missed it by a tick, but this would have been a good place to get re-entried. It would have been probably right about there. Stops would have been right here, and we would have targeted here. Sometimes, here, let's go look. So we definitely could have targeted London High. Um, and what time did, here we go, it hit at 10:20. So at 10:20, ES was way up here. So usually, sometimes what I like to do is, um, well, this wasn't really the case for this, but sometimes, I will let ES hit a target, and once it hits its target and I see it will keep going, I let the lagging index, which in this case was NQ, hit its target, and I will leave my stop or my take profit off and see what price likes to do. It usually keeps rallying, and then when I see slowing down or not as much momentum, that's when I will get out. I don't like to play with my money for too long, but that was a trade taken for today. And then as you see, for the rest of the day, it kind of consolidated during the lunch hour, and then we had some moves right before the Fed statement, and then during Jerome's Powell speech, it was a sell-off, and we had some buying back, and then some more consolidation. Tomorrow is a holiday, Juneteenth, so if you celebrate, happy Juneteenth. Um, there will be no trading tomorrow. Oh, also, another thing that I was targeting, um, sorry, I got sidetracked a little bit. When price was going up, I'm looking at this candle right here. You could have definitely taken profit at constant encroachment of this candle, and then obviously this is the London high. Same with the 4 hour. It's the same. So this would definitely have been a good place to take profits, and then here would have been your final take profit. Um, But yeah, it's like I was saying, there's no trading tomorrow. So enjoy your day off. Go touch some grass. Um, and enjoy your day. Enjoy your Juneteenth. Safe trading.